I grab her and I throw her in the air to hit the move. And you can hear the crowd gasp, and there's an audible like, oh no. And she hits my knees, goes flying halfway across the ring, and I just get up and go, yep, Candice is dead now. She is hurt. Something is wrong. We got to the back. She was fine. They were all hugs. It was all love. She was like, man, that came out great. I was like, yeah, it did.
I do have to ask, let's get into a little bit more of the controversial side. You have to clear the air on some things.
Oh, Lord.
Did some outlandish people, I don't even want to call them fans, you got death threats online for an angle you did with a fellow female pro wrestler? Can you elaborate on this and kind of clear the air on this?
Okay, yeah, let's. All right. So this was pre-WWE, maybe 2015, something like that. I was wrestling at a show, AIW in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was wrestling Candice LeRae in like a big multi-person match. And it was one of those things like, all right, it's like 6 people in this match. How am I going to stand out? And I know Candice is in the match, and I'm like, all right,
gotta get your shiz in, man. Gotta get your stuff.
Gotta get my shiz in. And Candice is great. She's a champ. She'll want to do anything. I'm like, oh. It'd be funny if I hit her with a lumbar check. My finish is a throw up in the air. She lands on my knees. So like, oh, that'd be great. So when we call it in the back, she's like, oh, yeah, we'll do this here and blah, 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 blah. And there's a moment, because there's a viral video on this, where I grab her and I throw her in the air to hit the move. And you can hear the crowd gasp. And there's an audible like, oh, no. And she hits my knees, goes flying halfway across the ring. And I just get up and go, yep. Candice is dead now. She is hurt. Something is wrong. We got to the back. She was fine. They were all hugs. It was all love. She was like, man, that came out great. I was like, yeah, it did. And nothing.
I'm only laughing because I know she's okay.
Yeah, she's totally fine. Everything's fine. She lived, guys. There's no injuries or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I, drive home that night, get to bed, wake up the next day. And my phone is flooded with notifications and everything. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. Then this is when my DMs were still open and I didn't have the filter on. Now I definitely got the filter on after this. But I got so many death threats saying, I'll kill you, you dirty and exploitative word here and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's mostly from people who had no clue what wrestling is. They just saw a giant man throwing woman on her knees and she goes flying. That's all they saw.
And they're not seeing it within the context of a match either. They don't know.
There's a crowd around, there's a ring. No, all they saw was giant man throwing small lady. She goes flying. That man's bad. That's all they thought. And then you proclaim like a touchdown. She did. Guys, I don't want you to take, guys. She looks dead. Well, I'm sorry. That's what you thought.
Professional wrestling is weird, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's a carnival everything.
So then this one, little less controversial. You are technically a free agent.
Yes.
And you are someone that the television audience knows very well. Do you want to be back in the televised landscape of professional wrestling? I mean that in the broadest sense. I'm not talking about one specific company, but there are other companies that have weekly television that are doing big things where you would be an asset. Is that something? There's TNA, there's AEW, there's New Japan is going to be not too far. I'm going to be involved with them on Friday. Is that something you're thinking about outside of WWE currently?
100%. I feel like I have a lot to add to a weekly product like that. Truthfully, I've been on I've wrestled for about 17 years now, 16 years. 2009 is when I started wrestling, and I made my TV debut for Ring of Honor 2 years after that. So I've essentially been wrestling on TV my entire career. So I definitely feel like I have a lot to offer in terms of a weekly televised show, whatever show that may be.
I mean, incredible, man. When I think of a name like you, I'm like, how? What? It is one of those things where that you feel that chip on your shoulder after being released by WWE, because it hits you, but you don't strike me right now talking to you as someone who's very mad about it. Is it just clarity that you have on it now?
I think I figured out a long time that WWE wasn't going to be my home forever. I think I just kind of saw the writing on the wall after a while. You know what I mean? Like once you kind of feel like your stock dropping, you get booked on less shows. You know, you're less in the loop about what's going to happen and with the storyline, and it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to cry about it. You know, like for me, it was a case of I never thought I would be in WWE in the first place. My entire dream as a wrestler was just to be a wrestler and to make money doing it. I never thought I would be with any particular company one way or another. I just felt like if I can make a living wrestling, I've lived my dream. You know what I mean? If I can travel the world, go to Japan, you know, China and all that kind of stuff to hone my craft, then I feel like I've done something. And I've done all those things and still want to continue to do those things. So I think, yeah, I feel pretty set.
I love that perspective. The silly question I didn't feel the need to ask you was, I'm not asking him he's going back to WWE. He just left. He's gonna love. You know. So I was like, no. There's so many other things he can do. That's quite exciting. If people want to follow you before you make your return to the ring here, coming up May 9th, Logan Square Auditorium, tickets are available. Google House of Glory Wrestling, Google Cedric Alexander, House of Glory, May 9th in Chicago. And of course, they'll give you all the info there as well. House of Glory, Logan Square Auditorium, tickets are available. While we're talking, while they're still available, get on it while you can. A beautiful building, by the way, if you haven't worked it before, Logan Square Auditorium. Wonderful place. A lot of great bands have performed there. A lot of great wrestling there. So looking forward to that. May 9th in Chicago. You can get right off the train, by the way, too. Right off from the airport, O'Hare, right there. Walk right in. It's kind of a nice route. There you go. Save on the Uber. Save on the Uber. You may bump into some other pro wrestlers on the train. So there you go. Cedric Alexander, if they want to follow you on the real account and what you're doing in your journey in pro wrestling, where do they go?
You want to go to Cedric Alexander 1 on Instagram. That's my usual most biggest platform that I like to reply on. But of course, you know, there is it Twitter or X now? I don't know. But Cedric
I still
Alexander
call it Twitter. I still
on
call
Twitter.
It Twitter. Yeah.
I'm not verified anymore, but you'll find me. I'm on there.
In Chicago, we still call it Sears. We never called it Willis Tower. Like it never. They may have bought it, but yeah, that's Sears.
Look,
yeah, exactly.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Okay.
All right, Cedric Alexander is the man, one of the best pro wrestlers in the game, and we're going to get him May 9th in Chicago, House of Glory. You can check out all the things they're doing there as well. And, of course, check out everything I'm doing over on Q101 here in Chicago and with Sportskeeda Wrestling. If you're watching it through them, you know, go ahead. Check out all their stuff, man. Thanks.